Hi everyone, and welcome to CIS 100 Intro to Computer Applications. My name is Debbie Sorrentino. I'm the instructor for this class. And in this video, I'm going to kind of show you around our class, show you how to navigate our class, and tell you some things that you need to know in order to be successful in this class. All right, on the left-hand side of the page, we have what's called the course menu. So I'm going to kind of briefly go through each of these items. Um, and when you click on home page, this is what you'll always find, your home page. There are announcements here on the home page. I post 1 to 2 announcements per week, so you should be checking them. This is a brief version, but you can always click on the announcement to get a full announcement, and then you can go back to the home page. Atomic Learning and lynda.com are two um, software, mostly videos that show you how to do things, all different kinds of things, computer applications, um, writing papers, and I mean, just everything imaginable. And Triple C has a site license for them, so you can always launch this and you can search for whatever you want, and you can log in to lynda.com using your NCCC user ID and password. And you can check those out if you're interested. We will be using Atomic Learning in this class, but you will not need this link on the home page, as I've linked to very specific videos that you need to watch. T-Wolves email. As an online, in an online class, the only way I have to communicate with you really is through your email. So you need to be checking your T-Wolves email at least 3 times a week, and I would recommend more. I'm often sending students emails, reminders, questions, concerns about assignments, things along those lines. So you do need to check your T-Wolves email frequently. It's probably the biggest tip for success in an online course. Okay, one of the biggest. NCCC policies and resources. These are all listed over here. You could take a look through them. Attendance policies for online learners, where you can find computers on campus, etc., etc. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Start Here link, and this just kind of, if you click on this, it will tell you how to start our class. All right, so I'm going to let you read through here. If this is your first online class, it's really important that you complete the NCCC e-learning student orientation. You just click on this Student Resources and Policies tab, and you'll see it in the upper left-hand side. It gives you all kinds of tips and tricks for using Blackboard. Some students are like, oh, I don't want to take the time to do that, but overall it saves you a ton of time if you know how to do things correctly. Okay, then you'll click on the course information link over here and read every single document, or there's a video in there you need to watch. Um, at the end of these documents, you must read and answer the question regarding academic integrity at NCCC. It is required um, for every online course. And then you'll click on learning modules and you'll start to move into our class. So at least 3 times a week, and preferably more, you should be checking for the announcements. You can find those on the home page, and you can also find them on the course menu. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Check your T-Wolves email and check the course calendar. Okay, so I'm going to click on the course information syllabus documents. So you need to go through these sequentially. This, of course, is the video that you're watching right now. So if you're watching this, you've probably been in here already. So read through these. This is all of the information you need to know, the contact information, my logon schedule, course syllabus, which has our course description, student learning outcomes, and learning module descriptions. We've been asked to provide students both PDF versions and Word versions for some of these items, so you can click on whichever you prefer. They're the same document, just a different format. So I'm just going to open this course syllabus for a second, and you can read through this, but you can see the different modules that we'll be going through in this class. This is just our icebreaker activities that we'll start first, then we'll be talking about operating systems, then we'll be looking at different Microsoft applications, Word, Excel, Access. Most people haven't really heard about Access too much. It's database software. PowerPoint, and then our culminating activity. So course materials, I'll talk about this for a minute. There's no textbook, so you don't have to buy a textbook. We will be using Atomic Learning videos. You do have to have access to a computer because we'll be using Microsoft Office 2016. If you have your own computer, NCCC has a site license for Office 365. And from Office 365, you can download Microsoft Office 2016 and install it on your computer. All of the instructions for this process will be located in the second module, Operating Systems. If you do not have your own computer, you'll need to have access to a computer that has Office 2016. So either friends or families, a local library, the NCCC Student Learning Commons, wherever the case might be. We do provide Office 365 and Office 2016 in both a Mac version and a Windows version. But again, the details on how to get that will be provided in the second module. And one important thing to note is really you need to use that program for the projects. Most of the rest of the course can be done really on any computer, or even some of the things can be done on tablets or iPads, but the projects themselves need to be done on the computer. If you do have a Mac, you will have to have access to a Windows computer when we use Microsoft Access, because there's no equivalent for that program using a Mac. Okay. Our course schedule, our course calendar, very important. You need to have this document. I'm just going to open it up for a minute, and you have to be aware of the due dates. The only thing that can be turned in late is projects, and there is a late penalty associated with turning them in late, and you only have up to 1 week to turn them in late. Everything else has to be submitted by the due date. So you can download this PDF to your phone. You can take a picture of the due dates. You can put these due dates in your calendar. But it's important to note, work in this class is due on Fridays, Mondays, and the quizzes are on Monday through Tuesday. They're open for 48 hours, and you have to take it, the quiz sometime within that 48-hour period. So you can see there's a lot of due dates. You do need to keep track of them. Sometimes in this case, there's 3 things due on January 20th. And students will be like, that's a lot due on that day. But again, you don't have to do it on the 20th. You have every day leading up to the 20th in order to do that. Everything that's due on the due date, you have until 11:59 p.m. to submit it. This first module, it's coming up quick with these due dates, but everything that's in here is relatively a short assignment to complete. Okay. How you will earn your grade, I'm going to let you read through this, but it tells you what percentage everything is worth in order to get your, to achieve your grade. Let's see here. You can read through my course expectations, NCCC disability disclosure link. This is the assignment everybody has to complete, academic integrity at NCCC. You just click on this, you read through this, you answer one question, you're done. And your next steps after you get through all of these is to send me an email that tells me that you've read and understand the course information documents. So I'll let you read through what you need to send me. This actually gives you step-by-step instructions on how to use the send email link over here. Okay, so back to our course menu just to finish things up. The learning modules, that's where everything happens. Here I've just reminded you, you really need to watch the welcome video. That's this video before you proceed. And this is our first module for icebreaker activities. Once you open the icebreaker activities module, the first thing you'll always find is an introduction video that you should watch. That's a video that I make to show you everything you need to know for that module. Our course calendar, okay. this is just as each module opens, I'll populate this with the dates for that particular module. So you can see there's only dates out here for the first module. Everything that's due on the 20th, on the 23rd, and the fact that the quiz is open these days. So once you're in a module, you can use the course calendar, but if you need a full course schedule, you need to go into the course information documents. My grades, you should always be checking my grades. When I grade things, your grade goes out here. If there's any questions, you can let me know. Um, I, generally grade things, projects within a week, everything else within, let's say 3 days or so. So you should always be checking this to see where you stand. Course announcements, this is just a full list of all the announcements. Right now we only have one, but if you want to see all of them and any that you missed, you can always choose this here. Send email. So again, there are instructions on sending email in the document I just showed you, because you'll need to do that once you finish the course information documents. Remember, if you send me an email, you've got to check your T-Wolves email for my response. This is Ask a Question discussion area. If you want to ask a question that all students can see, you can click on this link and ask it, and I'll respond to you. Down here is just where you get help, Blackboard help. We have e-learning student support staff that can help you. And if you have questions or problems using Blackboard, you can always contact Open SUNY. In here, we have some course resources and facts. And as we get started in the semester, I'll probably go through the content. You can certainly look at those for yourself at this point in time. Okay, so that should show you a little bit about our class. Don't hesitate to send me an email and ask me a question anytime you have it. I look forward to being the instructor for this class, and I hope everybody has a really successful semester.